on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check. This is your Worlds Collide Las Vegas preview, and that is Jake fucking DeMARCO. What's going on, senor?
What's going on, my friend? Yes, indeed.
That was terrible. That was
Yeah.
terrible of me. Big week.
Yes,
Big week. Or
indeed.
sorry, I should say a big 8 days between this homecoming, WrestlePalooza, and nothing else.
Nothing else. That's
Nothing
right.
else.
Nothing.
I don't have a little bit of extra pent-up sarcasm today, not at all.
No. Not in
No, in all seriousness, I'm going all out.
Toronto.
I can't really talk shit. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. Little programming note. Tomorrow, you and I are sitting down to preview the NXT Homecoming show and all the cool stuff that's coming up with that. I will be dropping that on Sunday, guys. So, two things to note. A, you're not going to get it tomorrow. You're going to get it sometime on Sunday. B, it means if something happens between Thursday and Sunday, get off our backs. We record when we can.
Exactly.
How's about that?
We make it work.
Worlds Collide. Looks like a lot of fun. It's Vegas. Vegas always has that, like, Vegas gonna Vegas vibe to it. 6 matches instead of 5. We're slowly breaking out of the 5-match pattern, even if it is on the smaller shows.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the venue. The Cox Pavilion at the Thomas and Mack Center. I don't know anything about the Cox Pavilion. Pun intended. Pun not intended. I don't know. Peacock, except it's not on Peacock anymore. Moving swiftly on. AAA stuff's a lot of fun. AAA stuff, especially coming off the last show, is in a lot of ways a super light break from a lot of the more heavy like stuff that we can grill. So
6 matches, it'll be fun, and it's on the YouTube, you know, so everybody can view it for free. They've got the Spanish and English YouTube streams happening. It'll be 10 p.m. right after SmackDown this Friday. So
I did want to ask you, because I can't think of it ever being a thing. We talk about TNA quite a bit, and TNA kind of runs like side by side with SmackDown for their minor shows. Thoughts on WWE basically A, pulling off a pay-per-view on a Friday night, and B, basically running it back to back with SmackDown?
Yeah, smart idea for them to go one into the other. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully it'll have, like, you know, with SmackDown being a lead-in and then being like, this is happening next. Hopefully more people tune in than having to remember that it's coming on.
Do you think there's going to be any because we saw Natty and Fabi Apache, who we're going to talk about shortly, had a brief little interaction on NXT last night. I haven't looked it up. Maybe you have. Is SmackDown also in Vegas on Friday?
That's a good question.
Because I'm wondering if anything's going to happen on SmackDown that runs into this show, like we saw with what was it, the first Worlds Collide, and then we added an extra match onto, was it Money in the Bank with Octagon and Dominic Mysterio?
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if there's going to be any carryover. For all the talk we do about AEW having super, super long shows and tiring people out and whatnot, I gotta be a little bit fair here. They're going with a 6-match card here, probably at least 3 hours after people have sat through their 2 hours of SmackDown. Is it a risky move?
It might be. I mean,
it's free, so that's the other side of it.
And it's going to be in Norfolk, Virginia. That's right, because Brock's there.
Oh, so it's not like something's going to happen on SmackDown and then somebody randomly pops up at this show.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't let them, even the jet won't get you there that quick.
When TNA did Unbreakable on the Thursday of WrestleMania weekend this year, and it was wild because they went right from a pre-taped episode of Impact right into Unbreakable, which was live.
Yeah.
And it made for a long stretch, and I don't think a whole lot, myself included, I don't think a lot of people made it to the end, because it's like, it's a lot of wrestling to watch while you're waiting for the rest of the wrestling to happen.
Yeah, it was a long day, especially, you know, the way, especially, you know, the all out or all in day, you know, that full into Saturday night's main event stacked with NXT, like that was almost unbearable. That was a lot of wrestling that day.
Well, we're gonna have that coming up with WrestlePalooza and All Out. A little bit different for me, like we've been talking about the past couple of weeks. I'm gonna watch one because I'm gonna be there, and then I'm going to be starting from scratch when I get home from Toronto and be watching it not in order with anybody at all. Going to send my typical message out to everybody in our chat, like, "Hey, no spoilers, whatever. Turn off all the notifications on my phone." Rah, rah, rah. But there's going to be a little bit of breathing room between me leaving Scotiabank and actually landing at home again and starting WrestlePalooza. The way that's building up is absolutely insane as well. But we will talk about that at another date. Jumping into the card, not much to say. Big pile of people match. Lucha Showcase, 8-man tag team. Almost an all-star tag, if you will.
Yes.
La Parca. I'm going to try with these names, guys. I promise I'm trying to get better. Mascarita Sagrada, Nino Hamburguesa, Octagon Jr. that we just talked about a moment ago versus the LWO, represented by Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. Lince Dorado making another pop-up, and I have to pronounce this very carefully, Mini Abismo Negro.
Yes. Glad you said that with much pronunciation as possible.
For a lot of this AAA stuff, it's just going to be like, hey, I saw that person. They were fun. I like that person. Nino Hamburguesa is one of those guys for me.
Absolutely.
Octagon popping over into the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was sort of a shot of confidence in him right away. And him and Dominic had a great match. LWO kind of feel like they're floating in no man's land a little bit. It's weird for them to be there as the group and only have half the group there, with Dragon Lee being in another match, and I don't know what Rey Mysterio's status is at this point.
Yeah.
Is he sort of a, what do you want to say? Like a advocate, like a concierge between WWE and AAA? Like, is he doing like a backstage role? Undertaker's on the creative team of AAA, which is wild. I don't know.
Right.
Mini Abismo
I mean,
Negro.
that is something.
Lince Dorado is a lot of fun because, I mean, the Lucha House Party wasn't that bad. Sort of shrug my shoulders a little bit.
It wasn't terrible. No, I mean,
it was just harmless. It is what it is. Don't expect something more from it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
At a time where, let's be real, how much Lucha representation was there at the time? I should say Rey Mysterio is advertised for the show, and Penta is also advertised for a special appearance on this show.
Yeah.
Penta sort of staring down Adam Pearce on Monday Night Raw in a really cool backstage promo of, everybody likes Penta. All the wrestlers like Penta. Mr. Pearce, why don't you like Penta? Why don't I have an IC title match?
Yeah, so
impromptu Dominic has 2 title matches, maybe?
You never know. I doubt it, but it would be something.
We're gonna get to the main event, obviously, with the main event, but
yeah,
would they do something wild, like starting the show with Vikingo versus Mysterio? Penta comes in and fucks over Mysterio, and then our actual main event is Mysterio versus Penta for the IC title. I don't know whether I like that, but I would love it if they had the balls to do something like that.
I think they would have to open with the IC title and kind of spoil it that way, because they would put their AAA title probably on last. You know, the Mega Champion.
Fair. Yeah.
I think that's likely what they would want to go for, but try to protect some of the AAA-ness of AAA.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about the showcase match because it's a showcase match. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure there'll be some comedy spots. I kind of want another battle royal after the one we got at Triple Mania.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was fun
with Omos and Microman and all that kind of thing. I was gonna say I'll go with the baby faces, but it looks like 2 babyface teams as well.
That's what it seems like. So
I will go with the hamburger team.
You're going to go with the hamburger, so then I will go with the Mini Abismo side then. I'll change things up.
Fair enough. Fatal 4-way for the AAA Latin American Championship that was, I believe, you're going to have to correct me, my brain is soup today. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. just won this title at the last show. So he's a relatively new champion, defending against Dragon Lee, Ethan Page, and JD McDonough.
Yes.
I'm going to go with him retaining his title.
I think so as well, but
And it's not, and I like saying the name. We made a joke about that last time. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. is
Yes,
probably the most fun wrestling name that we have to play with recently. But I'm looking across, and Ethan Page, not only the Canadian North American champion, not only doing this like Team Canada gimmick with Chelsea Green,
which
but
has been so
also
much fun.
so much fun. Such a good pairing.
And I
And
was confused because I thought the Tavon Heights match was for the NXT North American title, but I guess it wasn't.
No, no, I don't know that I thought that, but I don't know that I automatically assumed that. So he doesn't need it. He's got a lot going on and a lot of promise. And apparently both the Raw and SmackDown writing teams are saying we want the Ethan and Chelsea package, and who can
Yes.
blame them?
Oh, of
JD
course.
McDonough. JD McDonough's got a lot going on. He's heavily involved in the Judgment Day story. He's got the tag team with Finn Balor, and he's a tag team champion with Finn Balor. Dragon Lee is the only one in this match that makes me kind of question Wagner retaining, because
Yeah.
they've done an interesting thing with Dragon Lee, and I don't. You can maybe help me with this. I don't know how to quite sort of describe what I'm saying. They've gone from one way of telling you to ignore Dragon Lee to another. He was off
Yeah.
TV for a while, so it was really easy to forget him and like think, oh, maybe they're going to put him back in NXT or something like that. Now he's
Now it's
on
like,
TV quite frequently, but in very much the okay, we just need a body
yeah, he's just somebody
spots,
to fill a role. He's not ever doing anything important, sadly, and to
which is
no fault of his
sad because
own, but
like he's great.
yeah, I
He
mean,
came out. I'm totally convinced that the only reason he came out to save AJ Styles on Raw was so that they could make a bunch of
AJ
AJ
Lee,
Lee,
yes,
not chants, but
jokes.
like puns, whatever.
Yeah.
WWE tries to do subtlety, and they're about as subtle as Triple H's sledgehammer. Subtlety is not WWE's strong suit. Let's be real for a second.
Yeah, it never was,
I
so.
think there's something interesting that you could do there with the other members of the LWO being mushed up into this showcase match. Throwing it on Dragon Lee might not be the worst thing in the world. Maybe even
No.
letting not so much letting Dragon Lee bring the title to Raw, but sort of letting Dragon Lee do a what do you call it, like a voyage or whatever.
Yeah, like a journey of
Excursion.
excursion, there we go.
Excursion was
I
was
knew
what
I knew what we
like,
meant,
you know,
but
when people go to, like, New Japan or Noah or whatever for, like, say like, Josh Briggs did
yes.
when he teamed up with, Inamura before he came back and became fake Undertaker for reasons.
And just like,
Uh,
Omos as well, until
as
they
well,
took
yeah,
him back.
and who became
And then we haven't
but,
seen him
yeah.
in AAA again, weirdly enough, which I thought we would, but
No, but, like, with Legato, when they won the tag title, they were SmackDown for, like, half a second.
yeah,
Let Dragon Lee maybe pick up the Latin American Championship, and that'll be his transition to, "Hey, we're AAA. Isn't it cool? We just got Dragon Lee.
exactly.
We got Dragon Lee in the draft," or
Yeah, something.
however they wanna say it, right? Because 'Cause I've got a very similar thought when it comes to the main event, but not quite the same thing. Dragon Lee, um, funny enough, Dragon Lee could find himself very much in a Corey Graves situation where we talked about it on the last AAA pod, but the idea that they've kind of given AAA commentary to Corey Graves to kind of be his thing
Yeah.
in a wrestling capacity, do that with Dragon Lee.
Yeah, because it's not bad at all to have that ambassador role, you know?
Yeah, ambassador was the word I was looking for earlier when we were
Yes,
talking
yes.
Ray, by the way.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
But
I couldn't think of it either,
no,
so
but I've
don't
seen
feel
it a
bad.
lot, and I don't get it because they're on different shows. But I see a lot of people drawing like not very favorable comparisons between Dragon Lee and Ray Phoenix.
Yes.
Like saying like Dragon Lee's like, oh, he's the dollar store Ray Phoenix. I'm like, except they're both great.
Yeah.
So
So
what are we
that
doing
doesn't
here?
really make sense, and
Like
your reasoning doesn't
you
always
can
add
have
up. Your
like
math
okay,
doesn't math, sir.
feels like we're talking to Vince McMahon of old of like you can have more than one luchador on the show.
Yeah. You can?
You know
What?
what I
What?
mean?
No. No.
Now,
You can what?
Dragon Lee's the interesting
Imagine they only
option
had
here. I
one
don't
on this show. Vince was booking
oh,
AAA. That would be.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cena
Vince's
and
AAA.
Lesnar would be main eventing
Yes,
Triple Main
Triple
Mania,
Mania
sorry.
with Brock Lesnar's return. Oh my God, booked in Saudi. AAA Mania.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about that another day. I don't have the head for it tonight.
No.
But yeah, with the possible like 1 out of 10 chance of Dragon Lee, I'm going with a Wagner retention, and I don't mind that. He just got the title like a month ago, and it was a big deal. So let's do that, and
Yeah,
let's let that be an excuse for me to get to know this wrestler better as well. And Ethan
exactly.
Page and JD McDonough already have like stacks on stacks of stories going on.
Yes.
Ethan Page, what was it, trying to recruit Miles Bourne and instead just pissed him off and he turned into Randy Orton in a dark
Yeah,
change room.
made him mad.
Like it was
So
all very strange. We will be talking about a lot of NXT tomorrow night, but it does kind of work its way in here. Speaking of NXT, and I guess technically not because somebody in this match has a dual contract,
mm,
we have another mixed tag.
of course.
Finn
And
Balor
this
and
feels like a
Rox.
product placement match, does it not? They
Maybe.
didn't sell enough Demonitos last time, right? Or we're just like, oh, it was so popular, we're getting the repeat.
I'll get there. I will, because I think
Mm,
this is a match of two halves. Talking
okay.
about Judgment Day being represented by Roxanne Perez and Finn Balor with Raquel Rodriguez in their corner, obviously,
Yeah.
and other members of the Judgment Day and other places. Judgment Day is kind of taken over AAA slowly. If you look at the
Yes, they
past couple
really
of
have.
cards, but you don't even like they're not. It's not being presented that way, so it's just
No.
kind of like they're worming their way in. Versus NXT's Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana. Now, I have to say, Lola Vice, it was made popular, or it was made public about 2 weeks ago. She was the first one. She's the first one to actually have a dual contract with WWE. Like she has an NXT contract and she has a AAA contract,
Yeah, which is
but
interesting.
she's being featured like crazy on NXT right now. They're doing a lot of video pack on her, putting a lot of spotlight on her because at No Mercy she's going for the world title
Yes,
um at the pay-per-view there. But
which is
that's
coming up as well. I mean, so much to.
it is, and they're making her look like such a badass. I'm really, really happy. But she's teaming up with Mr. Iguana. So when I say it's a match of two halves, last time we saw Finn Balor and Mr. Iguana in the same match, we got Demonito.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Mr. Iguana is a really fun character. Finn Balor sort of got into the fun of it, which
Yes.
is really cool because Finn Balor can still be Finn Balor and take the piss out of everybody and take the piss out of
Yeah,
himself. Like
exactly.
I don't think he gets enough credit in that regard. So you're gonna see a lot of fun stuff between Finn Balor and Mr. Iguana, and put more Mr. Iguana on my TV, please.
Mm.
But then I think we're almost gonna, because it's a WWE mixed tag. So when the guys are fighting the guys and they make the tag and the ladies fight the ladies, once you get Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice in there, it ain't gonna be a joke anymore.
No. And
Um,
that's gonna be happening. That's what one of the things I'm looking forward to.
But I think it's kind of cool that Finn and Mr. Iguana can be in there, be in the match, be like the lighthearted half of it, because it almost forces you, sorry, to focus on the ladies. Lola Vice is awesome. Roxanne Perez is going to be a world champion soon. It's
Yeah,
going to happen.
which is
Um,
kind of why I'm excited about this match. Like you said, it's a tale of two halves. So the guys are doing the comedy shtick, and the girls are there to really kick ass.
yeah,
It's
and
really what it feels like.
I don't think it's out of place. And it's one of those things where just for us to say, "Oh, the guys are just there to do comedy," isn't a bad thing.
No, no, not at all. I mean, that's what Mr. Iguana is popular for at this point in time, and
Mhm.
rightfully so. And
Hey,
Demonito,
if people have
if
been
I had
paying
the
attention
money,
the
I'd get a Demonito.
oh, for sure. For people that have been paying attention the last couple of pods, I'm the guy that got a kick in the shin over at Destiny. Check it off your Spaz Phoenix bucket list. It's fine.
Yeah, that got over.
Oh, speaking of which, I'll throw it in here randomly. The next Destiny show coming up in like a month, the same weekend as Halloween Havoc. We
Mm,
have our main event.
do you?
It's new Destiny World Champion Tarek, who beat Stu Grayson
Yes.
for the vacant title at the last show that I was at. And his first defense is against Carlito.
Oh, wow.
Hey, let's go. And
That's
we're gonna
pretty
have Santana
awesome.
there. We're gonna have Santana there facing somebody. I don't know. It
Doing
hasn't been announced yet.
something.
Doing some stuff. Well, the last time I saw Santana in person, it was at another Destiny show, and it was Santana versus Trent Seven versus Kenta.
Yes.
It was
Sign me
fucking
up.
fantastic.
How
That
could it
was the
not
show
be?
that I was at that was in, like, a really fancy ballroom that they made up into a wrestling venue.
Yes, that's right.
It with the chandelier over the ring. I think I sent you the picture. They put
Yes.
the,
Lucky they
you
didn't
know,
break that.
the interlocking, like, foam tiles that you put in, like, a kid's, like, play area?
Yes.
They put 4 of those under the 4 ring posts so that the ring wouldn't scratch the dance floor that
Yeah,
they were
see?
wrestling on.
Hey,
Fucking awesome. It'd be
awesome
really cool
indeed.
to see Santana, like think about, like and that was more than a year ago now, but, like, think where Santana is now, like, if we come in there and Santana sets up something with Tarek and Santana becomes our new champion, no offense, Tarek, but Santana holding our world title would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Where am I? Where am I? Where am I?
That would
The
be
mixed
massive, of
tag?
course. The mixed
Mixed
tag.
tag, I'm not only saying that Lola and Mr. Iguana win, I'm specifically saying they're gonna give Lola the win here.
I agree with you, especially because they're building up for No Mercy. It seems like
Yeah.
that's their plan. Judgment Day is kind of falling apart a little bit at the seams. The only one doing
It is,
well
and
right now.
Lola Vice going from facing the Judgment Day, who are kind of falling apart, to facing, JC Jane of Fatal Influence, who's also kind of falling apart, and who's already lost one of her belts to Ash by Elegance. Huge congratulations to Ash by Elegance, by
Yeah,
the way, well deserved.
quite telling,
Really, really
right?
cool. Really, really cool to see her getting her due. Not only that she's the TNA Knockouts champion. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Brain fart. But she won the TNA belt in a WWE ring. So, like, she got to sort of satisfy both sides of her career a little bit.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of people that still look past Ash by Elegance, Dana Brooke, whatever you want to say, but like, she's putting it in, man.
Yeah,
And it's just really,
absolutely.
really, really cool to see. Really, really cool to see.
She's been
Um,
working hard, and it's paying off in a lot of ways.
Sticking with the ladies, we have not a AAA Reina de Reinas championship match, but a number one contenders match. But I can't speak tonight. Number one contenders match. I sound like fuck
Got a
god
bit
on
of an
Wolf Bunker trying
accent.
to do an Alistair Black impression.
Err.
Fabi Apache versus it's listed as Natalia, but I think we're drawing a fine distinction between Natalia Neidhart and Natty. Looks like we're getting more of the Natty that Bloodsport gets. So I'm gonna go with Natty on this. I
Yeah,
don't really have and I've seen her wrestle twice now. Fabi Apache hasn't exactly grabbed my attention just yet. Not saying she can't.
she was good on
Um,
NXT for the quick role
she
that
was all
she
right, yeah.
had. I mean,
But
that was
we're gonna
all
we're gonna
to
talk
set up her
about
and Natty having a feud, but
yeah. I think we're gonna have a larger conversation about the speed titles now being on NXT tomorrow because I think there's more than one way to look at it, but I don't think it's a good way to introduce me to somebody. So I'm holding off judgment, but I'm going with Natty again with a very similar like a Dana Brooke mentality of Natalia has been given nothing for a long time, and she's locked into this like other side, other character, like fight pit type of persona. And if that's what gets her back to where she should be, then it's awesome because we know she's talented. We know she's got the knowledge. We know backstage she's like everybody's mom, and that's really cool to have in the backstage area.
yeah,
So I want to cheer for Natty, but that means I have to have something to cheer for. You know what I mean?
I get you.
I'm not gonna throw cheers for nothing, but I do want to throw some cheers.
Yeah, I want to
So
see something
it's
come of it. Just I'm not sure what at this point. Like, do they have a plan?
yeah,
Because if not,
yeah.
it's just
It's
kind of
and it's
hurting.
not like and it's not like, oh, here's this person that's super over. Why won't they give them a title shot? It's like, here's this person I have a lot of respect for. Give them something to get me invested in them so that then I can say, hey, give them a title shot. Like
Yeah,
I'm one step behind being a mark. I'm like, please make me a mark.
exactly.
It's a back step to get forward, all that kind of thing. I'm gonna go with Natty. Nothing against Fabi Apache. I'm sure I'll get to know her more as we do more AAA stuff. But right now, it sort of is what it is. And I like the title of the. I think it's kind of cool that it's not just like the AAA women's title. The AAA Reina de Reinas Championship is a nice, like terminology is nothing and everything. It's like when TNA, going back to TNA once again, we're not just gonna have, the TNA ladies division or whatever. No, we like, this is our knockouts division. Like, the
Yeah.
terminology became theirs. And it's kind of cool that AAA has that. I knew a little bit about AAA when they were interacting with TNA initially, but it's more or less brand new to me.
Yeah.
So everything that's a little bit, oh, that's how they do that. Like
Yeah.
when they did the battle royal that ends in like the last two people actually having a match. I saw that at the MLP show as well, but it's still a relatively new thing, new concept for me. So it's like, oh, I'm enjoying a new thing.
Yeah. It works on a different
So
level.
let's go, Natty. Let's get some Mother Canucker in there, and
Yeah,
and
I
we'll
want
go.
Natty as well. I mean, I want her to win. I just want it to be Natty, not
Yeah,
Natalia, if that makes sense. So,
you want it to be Natty, but you want it to be Natty.
yes,
To go back to what I was saying is like, give me a reason to want
exactly.
it. Give me a reason to want it so that I can want it, so that when it happens, I got the thing that I wanted because you made me want it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, speaking of things that I want, the AAA World Tag Team Championship match, my brand new favorites. I know they're not yours, which is fine. We can have differences of opinion and not kill each other's.
Ah,
Pagano and Psycho
you
Clown. I
forget
shouldn't be
that.
making a joke about that. I shouldn't be making a joke about that today. Pagano and Psycho Clown are defending against the New Day. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is going to be something pretty stellar. People are going to enjoy this, and there's a reason why, because they've done, fuck all with the New Day for a while now. Really?
In the ring, yes, I like the character stuff that they've been doing, and I'm gonna touch on a really interesting idea I have for them in a second, as I call myself interesting because I'm entitled like that. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right away. I think Pagano and Psycho Clown should retain.
Yeah, I think so as
I
well. I don't think New Day needs the titles,
No,
and Pagano and Psycho Clown being around makes more sense, with
and they're
AAA
a lot of
than,
fun,
yeah,
and
than
they're
New
awesome.
Day doing the rounds in
And the other
AAA.
and the other and I hate to go back to the, like, bare bones, basic behind the scenes take of, like, "Oh, well, put them in with the New Day, they'll make them look really good." But
Yeah,
put them in with the New Day, they'll make them look really good. Now,
exactly.
here's my thought process. What's the most expensive thing that you can get on WWE.com?
Belts?
Yes. So the New Day are doing they're still heels, but they're now comedy heels. They're doing like the whole like all in black, we're mourning the loss
Morning,
of the
yes.
tag team division type of thing, right? What's one of the most prominent steps in the mourning process?
What's that?
Denial.
Great point.
So they're gonna go
Bargaining,
in.
too.
They're gonna go in. They're gonna lose. They're gonna be in denial that they've lost. They're in denial for a completely other tag team roster, right?
Yeah.
So the next time they show up at a AAA show, they show up with replica AAA belts because they're in denial. What do you mean we lost? We have the titles right here on our shoulders. Da da da
Yeah.
da da. Right?
I could see them
Then
doing
they
something silly like that. Yeah.
then they show up on Raw replica titles. Hey, show some respect to your Raw Tag Team Championship holders and whatever.
Yeah.
Then they go to SmackDown, try and fail against the Wyatt Six, show up the following week
Yet
with
again.
replica SmackDown titles. Hey, show some respect for your current reigning, defending SmackDown tag team. Then they land in NXT, go up against Dark State.
Yeah.
I have a love-hate relationship with Dark State. We'll talk about it later. Fail against the Dark State because it's 4-on-2.
Yes.
Come back to NXT the next night with replica title belts.
Yeah, there we go. See?
And then at some random pay-per-view, like they do an intervention, they do like a Dr. Shelby type thing. Oh, you're in denial, like all these, and you'd have to do it backstage because there would have to be like editing involved. Like, what do you're not really the SmackDown champion, right? And then the belt would like fade away.
Yeah.
You're not really a Raw champion, and the belt would fade away. You're not really the AAA champion, right? And you'll fade away and fade away. And then
I just don't know
eventually
if
at a
they'll put that
pay-per-view,
much into the New Day anymore, sadly.
fair, but WWE does like comedy.
And
And
they
they do
do
like
like money.
simple segments and whatever, right?
And money.
Dr. Shelby says, "You know what? The best way to get over your denial is to confront it directly."
And money.
They have they have to run the New Day denial gauntlet.
Mm.
First opponents, Judgment Day. Second
I
opponents,
don't
the
hate it.
Wyatt Six. Third opponents, Pagano and Psycho Clown. Fourth opponents, Dark State. And they lose. It's a gauntlet, and normally you have to win to get through the gauntlet. But this one we would have to do the opposite way because it's comedy. You go on in the match if you lose. So they get beaten by the Judgment Day. They
Yeah.
get beaten by the Wyatt Six. They get beaten by Pagano and Psycho Clown. They get beaten by Dark State. And then at the end of it all, they're defeated. They're at the bottom of the ring. They're angry. They're cursing. They're swearing. They're about ready to give up.
They're angry.
And then what do you hear? Oh, New Day!
Big E.
Don't you dare be sour. Get up off your ass and feel the power. He comes out with the unicorn horns. He's good to wrestle again. Big E takes on Dark State by himself. Big E takes on the Wyatt Six
5
by
count.
himself. Big E takes the Judgment Day by himself. Big
He
E
accidentally knocks out AJ Lee coming out.
Oh,
just for old time's sake.
Oh dear.
She said a padded bra saved her life, so she's like, if I had boobs, I would have died.
Hey, if I was going up against Ric Flair, I'd wear a padded bra.
Absolutely.
Anyways, moving swiftly on. I just think they could do a whole lot of fun with New Day walking around with fake titles, thinking they're the champion everywhere when really they're the champion nowhere.
And a skirt. Sorry, I'm stuck on Flair.
Yeah. Anyways. Well, no, he just came out in a really baggy shirt for his last match, and everybody got real sad.
I'm agreeing with you though. Tag champs retain. No chance for the New Day taking them here. It's gonna be a fun match though, fun as hell.
Pagano and Psycho Clown, like I know they're favorite people or whatever, but just like Mr. Iguana, like, and I hate not everything is money. They're marketing machines, man.
Oh yeah, they're characters. They're notable. They're recognizable. They're fun with kids, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. And it's about time that we had some talented clowns in wrestling. ICP can fuck off. Anyways, moving swiftly on. Speaking of clowns, sort of, kind of, Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. I don't know how I made that into a transition. Going once again for the AAA Mega title against Hijo de Vikingo that was robbed from him by the evil, I guess, sort of turning heel AJ Styles.
Yeah,
maybe a separate conversation. But
I don't think he's turning heel. I think it's just like there's a conspiracy. Somebody, Triple H, wink, wink, doesn't respect me and doesn't. I just don't know what they're going to end it with because like you can't have a match with Triple H. So what are you going to do? Like Triple H put the pot belly on for a reason. He's in his 50s. He's done.
You know what, man? I know you're kidding.
Yeah.
But like the people coming for Triple H for his vacation
are ridiculous.
Photos, like the dude's in better shape than most of us, and he's like 50 something, and he almost died. Like, I'm not trying to be like super serious guy telling people to be all moral and whatever, but also fuck off.
Yeah. And then I remember when the whole Coldplay Kiss Cam thing went down, like everybody felt bad for the wife of the guy, the CEO that cheated, but nobody felt bad for the husband of the HR woman that cheated. Like people were putting out memes and stuff of her being like, "Oh, look, she's so pretty," like talking her up, but no one cared about the other side. And it's not just a men's health thing and all that. It's a fact of life.
Wait a minute, the one where the one on the other side. Well, it's like friggin' if Nikki Bella wasn't Nikki Bella, Wade Barrett wouldn't have been raked over the coals. I know he wasn't fired.
Yes.
I get it.
He requested time off supposedly, but
well, we'll see in a couple of weeks if that's true or not, or whether it's a stay of execution. But like, you're gonna fuck with the guy's job, man. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
I don't get it. That's for sure.
Because even if WWE doesn't take it seriously, the rest of the world will. You heard a lady's fifis, and now you don't get to have a career anymore.
And like he said, oh, you don't want to bring it up to me. You want to bring it up on a podcast.
Okay, sorry, not the point at all, but she's fucking terrible. Like, she is.
See, and why I don't think she's awful. She's just not.
She
great.
was she was middle of the pack in a shitty period, and now she's bottom of the I would put her on par with, Mrs. Fivehead over in, AEW.
I'd actually put Nikki a little bit ahead of her. At least she improved in some ways. And she can cut a
Yeah, but
promo
you can pay
decently.
for
She had a
those.
good back and forth with Becky. You know, you wouldn't have gotten that from Fivehead. So
Yeah, but then, like, the kick, the match was okay, they got a quiet crowd in Paris. Just saying,
yeah, I
just
know.
saying. Actually, send her to AEW, because the funny thing about that is Tony Khan would think that that was a win, and Nick Khan would know that it would be a win for us.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly.
Vikingo versus Dominic, we're doing this again with less people attached to the match this time. They're doing it this time, aren't they?
It seems like it. Seems like it
Because
indeed.
if this is the main, I don't think we get Penta fucking with them if this is the main event. This is why I said
Yeah.
put this first. He fucks with them, and then Penta fights him for the IC title. I get that it's the world title. It should go on last, not first. That's why I say it would be a ballsy move. I don't know that I would, if they did that, I'm going to reiterate what I said before. I don't know that I would like it, but I would like that they had the balls to try it.
Yeah.
It
No,
is a
I respect that.
very big distinction between the two. Again, we said it about Dragon Lee. We said it about Corey Graves on commentary. Dominic Mysterio is gonna make AAA his, right? Like when the Judgment Day break up,
Yes.
and Liv's not gonna be back with them because she's gonna be a face when she comes back because everybody loves her and everybody misses her. Like Dominic going to AAA excursion 3 months, 6 months would be fucking awesome
Yeah.
because he's getting Road Warrior pops in the AAA arenas,
He's getting
and it's
those
kind of
massive
awesome to see.
reactions. People are
It's
lining
kind
up
of
to see him in the airports, outside the
yeah.
arena, all of it.
Mhm. And, like, I know I say this, and I mentioned a couple of weeks ago when we say, "Oh, like, AJ Lee grew up watching Lita, and now we got to see AJ Lee, wrestle and, you know, pay tribute to Lita and all this kinda thing."
Yeah.
We literally saw Dominic Mysterio on our WWE screens when he was, like, 10.
Yeah. Younger, 8, I think.
Yeah. Well, whenever the Eddie and
I think he was 8.
Ray stuff was. Yeah. The only other realistically, the only other thing we can compare this to is, Izzy Moreno,
Yeah. That's
who was
about
the
it.
crying Bailey fan at NXT, who's now becoming a wrestler and is, I think, now an ID, WWE ID superstar.
I'm pretty sure. I think so anyways.
Um, so, like, oh, like, it's one thing to say, "Oh, I watched so and so on the indies, and I've been" since then. Dominic Mysterio and Izzy Moreno are gonna be 2 really, really unique stories in wrestling. If they're ever on the same roster at the same time, that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it
Um,
should happen theoretically, but
but, like, here's my thing once again,
I mean, think
like I
about
said
how
about
he started, you know?
mhm,
He went ahead and we saw him on our TV and we were kind of like, ugh, for a bit. It was not
yeah.
this, you know, because
Well,
it was
he didn't
pandemic time and we're like, oh God, we got to deal with this BS. And
yep. Well, because a lot of it and we say the same thing with somebody like a Charlotte Flair of, like, very much you're only here because you're so and so's kid,
mhm.
which isn't entirely fair. Like, the guy was, like,
He
I
was
hate to say
talented,
competent.
but he,
I hate to say competent because it sounds like such a backhanded compliment, but it was like one of those, you went to wrestling school and
yes,
learned step 1, step 2, step 3.
exactly.
Um, I mean, his first match was a pay-per-view match against Seth Rollins. Like, that's
Yeah.
kinda deep end stuff. Credit to Seth Rollins as well for that,
No,
obviously.
yeah, it made him look good
But,
and made him seem, like you
but he was
said,
awkward
competent.
and, like,
He was. He wasn't
it's harder to
ready
be
entirely.
it's harder to be a good guy than a bad guy in a lot of ways, character-wise, because if you're good, it's hard to be good without being cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you get
And he came
your
across
Austins.
cheesy often, and that was kind of the thing.
Yeah,
That's why he needed the heel run to kind of get himself over with the fans,
I think he's
ingratiated
just
with the
better as heel.
audience.
I think his face turn is just gonna be he stays how he is right now, and they just book him against heels.
Yeah, it
Like, I
seems to
don't think
be.
he's going to have, "Oh, now I'm this nice,
I don't think
kid,
so. I think he's
Dominic."
just going to start, kind of like the Roman effect. He just is.
Yeah,
I mean, they
and
even
it's
said the other
literally
day that
it's
Roman
kinda
is
like
not
when
a
you
good
say
guy. So,
it's like when you have, like, monster characters, like, you're like the Boogeyman or Beast Mortos or Abyss or something like that, and there's no such thing as good guy and bad guy. You're good guy or bad guy in the match depending on the guy you're facing.
yeah.
So just start booking Dom against heels. Like, some of the baby faces they put him up against are getting booed.
Yeah. Funny enough.
Like, I would be very after the response that Sami Zayn got on SmackDown last week
Yeah.
in the Cena match, which was wild, I would be really interested to see what the
Got to be
crowd would do
careful.
with a Sami Dominic match.
That would be interesting.
Because people are behind Sami Zayn. He's a great wrestler. He's a lot of people's like favorite wrestler of a certain period of time. If you were like us watching Black and Gold NXT, he was the emblem of that particular era of
Yeah. He
NXT.
was the start of it.
But like I say once again, the crowd adopted Dominic Mysterio before he was quote unquote good.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like it's one of those like friends versus family type of thing. Again, cheesy reference, whatever the case may be. Selfishly, though,
It
one thing it
works.
would do, putting the title on Dominic, and I said it the last time, and I'm saying it again here, sort of repeating myself. Putting the title on Dominic does a couple of things. Either it gets Dominic in AAA for a while, it gets Dominic in WWE carrying the AAA title for a while, but also it frees up El Hijo del Vikingo to sort of like take a
Not be
stab at
booed.
things in various ways. Well, yeah, well, because they're not in Mexico, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, different crowds, different places. He's doing the reverse Bret Hart. He only gets booed at home.
Yeah.
But like,
Which, hey, I get
people
it.
are gonna think I'm
They
crazy
want
for
their
saying
guy.
this,
We've
right?
been there with Daniel Bryan and others before, but
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But like, there's other elements to consider. Not that I'm not saying nothing, but there's other stuff going on.
yeah, there's more than
But
just meets
the
the
thing
eye
about this
there.
is people are gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, right? Because he's been featured in ROH, he's been featured in AEW, he's been featured in AAA, he's been featured in WWE to a limited capacity.
Which he has,
But I
yeah.
would but I would still love to see what Vikingo in NXT looks like.
It would be interesting, certainly.
Like Vikingo Javon Evans. And I'm sorry, Javon Evans is my go-to right now for a lot of like high flying guys.
Yeah,
But
but
like
he's so
Vikingo
good.
Javon
That's
Evans is
why. I mean, he's kind of setting the
yeah.
standard for high flyers in NXT and on, the main roster currently.
Yeah. Kind of puts Obafemi in a weird position as well because Obafemi is going from facing Javon Evans to apparently facing Rusev. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
dig into that at another time. But like,
Yeah, that's
we
a
got
very
we got the flying
interesting
guys and the big guys.
revelation. And it was fun to see how that played out.
Indeed. I don't think there's gonna be too much to really, really sink our teeth into necessarily because I think WWE is still in a place where they're trying to determine, okay, how serious a thing is AAA.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing. If they keep it as something light, something that's fun, something that is intentionally, here's some extra fun wrestling on the side.
Yeah, you guys can do this, and
I
this.
don't think that's the worst thing.
No, certainly not.
Um, Behind the scenes, like I say, like Corey Graves being for the English speaking fans anyway, Corey Graves being the voice of the brand is really cool. Undertaker being part of the creative is insane.
Yeah, that's
Conan was
nuts.
out. Conan was out just today saying how happy he is with how WWE is treating AAA so far. Everything's pointing in the right direction with
Yeah,
this,
I
I
mean, it's
think.
working.
And it's really, really cool to see. Anyways, we blasted through that way faster than I thought we would have, but that's okay. I'm gonna go turn on the silly show that doesn't have any fans in the crowd.
Ah,
Jake, tell them where to find you.
you can go ahead and you can find me on YouTube at Jake Countdown and DeMarco, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on pretty much everywhere now. We're on Spotify. We're on good old
Are you
TikTok.
TikToking again, or are you still TikToking?
Well, we did on Monday. We had quite a bit of people tuning in. We had like over
Nice.
1,000 viewers, and then we're suspended for 7 days again. So we got to figure out what violation we're getting that they keep hitting us with, because it's annoying as all hell. But Yeah, you can find us at Countdown Ended and search Into Somewhere on Spotify.
Very nice. And before I do my typical spiel, I'm going to say, because I haven't actually managed to fit it into this pod, go check out our friends over at the Wrestling for Life Network and their friend, the Geek Box, who does really, really amazing fan reaction compilations that are a lot of fun. As for myself, you guys know where to find me, or you wouldn't be here. I've been Spaz. This has been Jake. This has been your AAA preview. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to stay up late on a Friday. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I will talk to each and every last one of you later. But for right now, me and Super Sexy Jake are hanging out. Bye, guys.
Bye.